As it sunk into the acid, more and more of it was eaten away. It wasn't long before the blackened corpse of planet Earth disintegrated completely. 8 minutes earlier. They were isolated from the sun and the stars. All that was in the sky was darkness. Everybody on this wretched planet knew this was the end. They didn't know why or how this was happening. Many of them believed this was all just a bad dream, but deep down, they knew it was true, and all they could do was gather their loved ones and pray for forgiveness. They held their families close as their world kept drifting off toward its destruction. And they screamed in agony as they were burned off the surface. 15 minutes earlier. A giant red square appeared before the earth, and the serpent climbed out of it. It kind of looked like a dragon, but also had a snake-like quality to it as it slithered closer. It easily dwarfed the earth in terms of size. Its head alone made it look tiny. It emanated a red light, and hell fire burned in its eyes. And it looked down upon the planet with those burning eyes, and the civilians looked back up at him in fear. The serpent opened its jaws and moved its head closer and closer. The humans cried out as their world passed through those mighty jaws. People on the other side could only stare up as their view of the night sky slowly shrunk into oblivion, because the beast was now closing those jaws, sealing it off forever. After he swallowed that pathetic world, he started to laugh. After all those millennia of imprisonment, he was finally free to rule again. 20 minutes earlier. That one is particularly special, the professor said, pointing to a large vase that was being moved out of the temple. It was engraved with an image of a snake-like dragon. Back then, these people believed that it was the only thing holding back the evil serpent god, who would bring the end. Just then, one of the two people moving it dropped it onto the ground. He looked worried, but the professor simply laughed. "It's okay," he said. "It doesn't look broken." "Actually," the mover replied, it looks like I might have cracked it a little." "It's no big deal," the professor said after looking at it. "It's so small, I'm sure nobody will notice."